Hi, and welcome back to the channel. And on today's video, it's going to be about how to purchase a used bike. So stay tuned and let's check out all of the important steps on buying a used bike and what to look for. Alright, so here is a used Cannondale Trail 5. I believe this is maybe around a 2013 model, give or take, and it probably retailed for about maybe 600 and 650 bucks. So you might be thinking, hey, if I could get this for half that price, maybe about 325, I'm looking at a really stellar deal. Well, take a look at a couple things here. So the first thing I want to look at is the frame. Just making sure there's no dings and dents. There's all the welding is really nice on this one, so this one's good to go. I'm not seeing any major dents or scratches. There's a couple little scratches here, something like that, but nothing major. You want to check everything from the top, bottom, left, right, all the way up to the front and everything like that. So frame's good to go. So that's step one, good to go. And then second, is it rideable? Can you test it out? Can you check the gears? This one's not because the tire is flat, and not only that, but check it out. Sidewalls are completely done. So that's something to factor in as well. Okay, and if you have a chain checker tool, bring it with you when you go to look at the bike. Set it down into one of the holes in the chain right there. And then if this drops all the way down, the chain is stretched out too much, and you're going to want to examine all the cogs on both the crankset and the cassette. Now, as you can see here, this one is not dropping down, so the chain is actually pretty good. It is rusted, but I'm going to try to clean out as much as I can and then re-lube it and see if it fixes the performance of the bike and also shifts properly as well. So chain's good to go. All of the teeth on the cassette and the chain rings here look pretty good as well. Again, no major damage on the derailleur. There's a couple little scratches, but it does not affect the performance of it, so that's good to go. Pedals look okay. Looking over at the cosmetics, saddle's looking okay, grips are okay. I did check the shifters and they're working all right. And if you can't ride the bike, just go ahead and lift the bike up and just give the wheels a quick spin. Just make sure that the rims are not bent or damaged in any way. You do that for the front and the rear as well. Checking your brakes just to make sure they work. Now this lever, actually both the front and the back, they're going pretty close to the bar, so that tells me that these pads are probably worn out and going to need replacement. Rotors look okay though. Rotors look not too bad. And then go ahead and give the wheel another spin and just make sure that the rotors are true, they're not wobbling in any way. If they are, you might need to replace them, or you can try to get a little tool and try to true them yourself, but that's kind of hard to do. Recommend replacing them if it's pretty bad. You can also check the headset to make sure it's steering okay, it's not locking up. And then you can actually hold the front brake, rock the bike front and back, and just make sure there's no play in the headset as well. So all these signs basically tell me that this bike has been left outdoors for quite some time in the rain, in the sun, and it's been deteriorating a lot of things. I'm going to be hopefully able to clean some of this off. I'm going to use a stiff bristle brush, maybe some WD-40, and just try to clean up as much as possible, and then re-clean it with some alcohol, and hopefully this is going to be looking a lot better. But keep watching and we'll see how this looks in the end. Bars look okay, stem looks okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and give this bike a quick wash, and then let me show you what we're dealing with over here on the tool side of things. Okay, so the tools I brought with me. Most important, you're going to need a set of Allen wrenches. Brought some tire levers for the tires. I've got a couple flatheads and a couple Phillips heads. That's going to be mainly for adjusting the derailleurs. Over here on the washing side of things, I always wash my bike with some gentle dish soap, and that's going to be diluted with a lot of water, of course. Got a couple brushes. This one's just more generic. This one has some very thick, stiff bristles for the gears. This one has the longer bristles for deep cracks and crevices. I have a chain cleaning tool. It's going to be very important as well. And like I said, I have my WD-40 for the fork extensions. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get out some of that rust on the bike. And then over here, I've got a set of tires. So these are Easton tires. Because this has 26-inch wheels, it's pretty limited as far as selection nowadays, with everything being 29ers and 27.5s. So I picked these up. I've never heard of the brand or the model, but I picked these up because this bike is actually going to be used more for smooth bike paths and sidewalks and roads and things like that. So it's got a very, very nice, tightly spaced center tread. And then on the outer edge, there is a little bit of traction in case you want to do some gravel or some light trail use for it. So those are the tires. They're pretty heavy, but that just tells me that they're going to be very, very durable as well. So again, this is not going to be really a performance type of bike. It's just going to be used around the neighborhood and things like that. And I wanted to make sure it lasts, so I'm going to put these on there. Now this also included a set of rim strips, a pair of them. So I'm guessing because the bike's been left out that these are bad as well. So I'm going to replace those as well. And this did come with a couple cheap tire levers as well, so good to know. But I did buy these on Amazon. A little thank you card. I believe they're about 40 bucks, but I'll let you know the exact price and probably submit a link in the description below just in case you're looking at these tires specifically.
Alright, and here's the completed bike. So you can see brand new tires in there. This rear one needed a new tube. I fully adjusted the brakes, so you can see
that lever throw is way better. It's optimal. Took out all the rubbing in the rotors and the brake pads. All is good. The pads were actually good. I just needed a lot of adjustment with this inner barrel and then adjusting the cable tension as well. Gears were not bad. I just needed a little slight tweak in the cable tension. As you can see, the sprockets are nice and clean now. Not perfect, but better. I also cleaned up the chain. It's a little bit rusted, but I lubed it all up and it's shifting perfectly. As you can see, bike looks so much better, so much cleaner, nicer, and everything is good to go. So like I said, factor in all these extra costs in your total cost. The 2 tires with the rim strips were about 45 bucks, and then of course about $5 for extra tube. Other than that, everything else was good to go. So yeah, there you go, guys.